Okay. I have that as well. City has a need for seasonal maintenance workers. In the past, this job has been approved and budgeted for. 2013 budget does not include the staffing. We're requesting the council authorize an increase in staffing level to include 2 seasonal maintenance workers. The attached job description was not changed from what was approved and utilized in the past. The job is expected to begin June 24th and run through September 13th, 2013, as documented in the attached letter of agreement from the union. The position will be paid at range 1, step 1 of the collective bargaining agreement.
Coming from council.
What was the duration?
June 24th through September 13th. So the final paycheck for that would be September 20th. There are no medical, dental, or retirement benefits for these, but they are required to join the union, which is in your agreement.
Councilmember Walker.
So these aren't budgeted, do we know when we're salary savings needs to be implemented?
Yes, and I did run those numbers. We are at 5 months, we are at 33% of budget. So we actually do have an overage of 17%.
In public works?
Mm-hmm. In all public works. It equates to about $118,000, but of course we have overages in other areas, but the total cost for 2 maintenance workers would be $16,166.40. And that includes the payroll liabilities.
Councilmember McMahon.
And what's the fund source in it? Is it general fund or is it?
The salaries. It's the budgeted salaries. They actually are all broke out into different funds. And
So they're apportioned out amongst the general fund and the enterprise fund?
Correct. So what I did is I just took the total salary budgeted for the year and the total where we're at.
I'm sorry, maybe I wasn't clear my question. For the seasonal park workers, their salaries, the money that we would pay them with, is that general fund money or is that also a portion of those other?
Oh, it's portioned amongst them. Yeah.
Councilmember Tiger.
The seasonal workers usually will do spraying, lawn mowing. They will not be actually on any water repairs. In the past, they have actual road repairs or anything else. Painting of areas, buildings that need to be painted or whatever. Light duty, the work that nobody else wants to do.
So,
But the kids are.
can we justify though?
That's what I don't know. I don't know how much of that, because you can't take money out of water if they're not going to be working in the water.
Right.
Can't take money out of sewer if they're not going to be working on the sewer. So I can't answer this question.
Park maintenance is one
Parks
of the
doesn't
things
have
come
a
out.
budget. We don't have this much in the budget.
Betty could answer that question. I could have her answer that via email.
Any other questions from council?
We need to know where it's coming.
Yes, get that answered. We need a budget adjustment anyway, but if we're going to use most of it, add to the list of things that need to be adjusted.
And I didn't bring my budget. We could
Maybe
look
Ken
last
can
year.
shed some light on it because the park.
Do you know what fund the seasonal maintenance worker comes out of?
Typically parks.
Park maintenance.
Park maintenance, which is all general fund, right? Yeah.
Pretty much.
What happened to the grant?
Parks.
You had grants last year. Work source. Hmm? Good enough.
there's 46,000 in parks.
And what all comes out of that?
That's what's in there for park maintenance, and that's what this comes out of as far as budget-wise, comes out of park maintenance. That's, the 46,000 that's in there is strictly for parks maintenance, so it'd be equipment, pieces of equipment that are broken, mowing, and removal, repairs, things like that.
We don't know how much of that we used so far this year.
No, I can get that number for you.
Maybe if we could have that for a Monday meeting.
I can try and get that number for you, put it that way.
We try. Thanks, I appreciate that. Any other questions from council? Okay, next item on the agenda is the third-party claims administrator.
Sorry, I missed that. So is this moving to council meeting, moving forward, the seasonal worker?
Yes, we are
Okay.
with some information on where the money is coming from and how much is, if it's coming out of the park fund, how much money is left in the park fund.
Okay.
Correct?
All right, third-party administrator. I talked with the finance department, and I did put together, well, I printed off the pertinent pages and highlighted them. Josh, I didn't have time to make it a great little spreadsheet. Running out of time. The costs that compared to each other. The finance department was leaning toward Washington, Oregon, and I did get a contract, which I sent around. And then I did get some information from Zach Luce about, he reviewed the contract and had some information, and I don't see it in the packet, but,
Maybe you could share that.
okay. And we talked about getting how many claims we were transferring, getting a number of how many claims we have and potential claims. I looked briefly, we have about 10. We don't have a lot, so we discussed coming up with a rate factor to project what we might have. And he said, that depending on the number, maybe negotiate down with Washington, Oregon down to $80 or $75 per claim, depending on how many, because they will handle L&I everything, not just potential litigation. So any kind of claim that came in to be handled through them.
No.
Questions from council? Councilmember Putnam, did you want to maybe shed some light on it?
Both of the companies that we're looking at are more than capable of handling the sort of work that the city has. Crawford does have a higher service level, higher reputation, and higher fee to go along with it. And since our goal is to use these services only temporarily until we manage to get the city back on a sound footing and get back to normal city risk pool insurance rather than this incredible deductible we face today, doesn't seem like we need Cadillac service for the length of time we should be using it. Yeah, it's expensive service. Good company, and they know they're worth it, so they charge it. But I don't think we need to.
Any other questions or comments from council? So am I assuming it's council's pleasure to move the Washington, Oregon forward? Councilmember McMahon.
And that's the one that, sounds like Zach had some feedback on the contract.
Right, that's one. Also, he said, I just thought of this, the travel rate, they had it 75 cents, and the federal reimbursement rate was 55 cents. So we, yeah, 56, so we would talk to them about that as well. But the real question is getting the rate factor to figure out a potential number of claims and reduce that rate from 100 down, It doesn't hurt to try, but it's still a really good rate. It's only $500 retainer instead of $2,500, so it's, and they do have a good rating.